Okay, wonderful. Welcome back. Today, I'm extremely excited to return to figure. Right. First, I was just doing the artwod beginner course, but now it's the beginner roadmap. So I'm starting clean in the sense that I haven't done figure in a while. So I'm adding things to my practice, I guess I should say. So I realized, first of all, me just doing warm up and then workout and then beginner roadmap, I wasn't doing figure work, and figure is very important, right? Like the mannequin, portrait, all that stuff. So essentially, it's just gonna be warm up, workout, roadmap, figure roadmap, portrait roadmap, and then so like five things, and then cycling continuously. And now because I'm able to draw for 2 hours, at least for the time being. It's not as if it'll be a much longer time until I return to that one practice, right, or that one subject. So I'm excited, and the thing is, like, when you drill figure for a very long time, and I've been doing it since last March, actually. Holy shit, that you do internalize a lot of the proportions, right? And it's good because now in the beginner road, they actually are focusing on specifically manipulating that figure a bit more. So, and also I've decided, like, I don't give a shit about having my fingers be an inch back. This just feels fucking too much. And I realize, like, literally, if I just draw at the halfway point, my lines are, well, this is a horrible example, but my lines are definitely much more consistent. Oh no. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever. The point is, I'm just gonna keep it at this. And yeah, with that being said, first let's just draw the normal figure that I know. Right now, for the time being, I'm going to focus purely on the upper half, like the upper body, right? But like in terms of the manipulated shapes that have been shown here, but overall, it's obviously at the end of the day, we're trying to do the entire figure, right? And I'll practice hands and all that shit too. But yeah, for the time being, let's just get down with it. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Let's just do this shit. So first, let me just draw a normal, the figure that I have been drawing, right? And not to say I'm like super good at this or anything, but see, like I already fucking converged that. God damn it! But no, positive language. I already converged that. Wowee, gee whiz! Oh my god, I just came. Right? Wait, it's like here. There you go. It has been a while though, so it's not as if it'll be perfect or anything. But at the very least, I am able to draw with decent confidence. It's because I spent a lot of time trying to get it down perfect in terms of the ratios and everything. So I have a rough idea on how I want to approach it. Although I do think this torso is a bit too big. So you want to the arm wants to follow the perspective, even if because like the biggest difficulty I had in the beginning was accounting for the shift in perspective for the pelvis and the torso, but keeping the arm straight. I think I've gotten a bit better at it now because, again, I've been practicing so much. Even if I haven't done the mannequin specifically, I've really been practicing keeping the overall form in mind, right? Which is why I'm able to do something like this now. Oh, well, shit, this was actually supposed to be here. So let's move it. Again, we can just pretend as if it didn't happen. Right? Yeah, literally just pretend like it didn't happen. Because I'm just trying to remember. I'm using recall right now, right? Big part of learning is what? Recall. So literally just pretend like it did not happen. Bring that shit up. All right, there's supposed to be a, what's it called? A box here, not a box, cylinder. And there you go. That's the torso that I vaguely remember. That should have been much shorter. Should have been right around there. This should have been here. Okay, so I fucked up the left arm because again, it is converging quite drastically, right? This thing looks like it's diverging when it shouldn't be. And I guess for the arm, for the time being, the left hand will be, let's see, something like this. I'm trying to think, right? So left, that's the left hand. Okay, so it should be. Oh no, it was like this, right? And then we had something like that. Not perfect at all. But again, I'm just keeping it in mind, right? And actually, I think there has been a marked increase in skill because I wasn't able to do this before, right? There you go. And then we have the legs. This is what I like about the new roadmap, is the fact that we're going to be specifically practicing a lot of the pelvis. We're going to practice everything, but it's the torso and the pelvis. This section here, we're going to practice the manipulated version that Antonio shows, right? And I like that a lot better. This was my goal anyways, to move from the stiff, rigid box to a more manipulated shape in the first place, right? But for the time being, because still working on this, right? Oh well, I guess I shouldn't have shown that there, but because I already have, let's just pretend like it doesn't exist, right? A little bit of tapering, and there's like other things about the arm that they've added as well, which I like a lot in terms of like shoulder pads and shit. So we're gonna slowly work through that as well. But as you can see, lots of shit in the arm and the leg and like everything. It's a really complicated thing, right? Just drawing a mannequin like this. But I'd like to think, even though I'm making mistakes, that you guys are able to see, if you look at what I was doing before, that it has improved quite a bit, right? And this is supposed to have a little taper, which is what I'm trying to do. That. And then the feet are at an angle, so it's that, right? Something like that. Maybe this leg was a bit too short. Maybe I should have made that a bit shorter. But either way, maybe I could have made this a bit longer. But either way, I think that's okay. I think the right leg is way too far out. But oh, my back, bro, my back. Oh my god, it's my right rhomboid. That's what's really tight, and that needs to be stretched. But yeah, let me rest my brain. Thankfully, it is recording, and I've fucking quadruple checked today, so it's not as if I lost 20 minutes like yesterday. But yeah, I'm actually need to hold up. I'm going to rest my brain, but I'm also going to open up, because there's two things. There's the pelvis and then the torso that I want to practice, right? So I need to go back to that section, yeah, that video specifically, and just go to the image, or like the part of the video where it's explained. Okay, cool. All right, give me a second. I'll rest my brain and be right back. See, the way that Antonio does it is a bit more intuitive and maybe isn't so exact. And that's what he stresses. But the thing is, I'm going to try to make it exact just so I can be intuitive later on, right? I really like having everything being connected and logically being connected as well. But there's a lot. I'm going to be spending a lot of time. Like the lower body can come afterwards, right? Right now, it's just about the upper body, which I'm going to focus on. So essentially, what he states is we're okay, so let me start from the beginning for myself, right? We're turning the torso from something like this, right, which is just a normal box. Yeah, see how much cleaner my lines are when I'm not holding it back like this, right? Versus that's enough of a difference for me to hold it at this length. But the point being, all right, we're going from this to something like, he said it's essentially more rounded, right? So we are rounding the corner like so. And this is sort of a shoulder socket. And I believe that is the shape, right? It's just rounded. And then it's coming in, and this is the more organic version. That is what, and then of course we have the shoulder socket on the other end, right? That's basically what this manipulated shape is. Let me see if there's more to this. No, that's basically what it is, right? And then with the pelvis, we're going from sort of this, again, same thing, like it's going from a fucking, and this should be tilted of course, but we're going from a box that's a bit more tilted, like so. And it's still tilted, by the way. I guess I should have emphasized box rather than tilted, because it's still tilted. But yeah, we're going from a box that's more tilted to some sort of underwear looking shape. Now this is obviously the more difficult part, but from my understanding, it's essentially just rounding off the box, right? And now this is what I'm going to be practicing a lot of, obviously. And it's an underwear shape, so it's like we have now an ellipse cut out like so. And it's like this. So it's cut out, right? So it's like that. And then it's again coming around. So I guess if I could draw it in a different angle, it would be something like this is the pelvis now, right? So it's coming around, but then now we have an ellipse cut out, something like that, right? And then it's going up, and then we have the ellipse cut out here too, so it's a bit cut out, right? Because again, it's like this. So we want to account for that. And then from the back, it's if we drew it from the back, I believe, and I'm trying to follow his example here as well, that, yeah, if we see, because it's more in the front, so it's like this, then it would be something like, let's see what his example looks like. Yeah, something like that, where it's like, okay, we see a little bit of it, but on the other side, we don't really see it at all, at least from this angle, right? Because, see, but it's just curving around. I'm trying to hit it. Maybe the perspective is a bit off, but this is what we're going to practice. And then connecting these two is going to be, so let's say we have, connecting these two is going to be a cylinder, right? And oh, actually, he manipulates this even further by accounting for the rib cage, right? So it actually ends up becoming something like this. Where it's like, okay, we have the rounded off shoulder, right? Accounting for the socket, and then he let's just say this is literally just like a ellipse in perspective, right? Like that. That's what it becomes, from what I can tell. And then this is where the we have the cylinder. The thing is, the cylinder is still confusing. I guess it's like a very narrow cylinder, right? Because it's like this. Which I'm a bit confused by. But I guess if I were to break it down into its simplest parts, let's say the torso is basically just, okay, well, not the torso, well, okay, we'll just say the torso, fuck. But the torso is just this. But yeah, from the front, it's still technically that. It's just this. Plus. Fucking, let's just pretend like I said upper body, or whatever. Because torso is just a box. The upper body is just a box. A cylinder, right? Manipulated. Box again. I guess another cylinder. And then little underwear shape. And this is what he points out. It's literally an underwear shape like this. There you go. Kind of fucked up the spacing everywhere, but let me take a break, and then we'll continue onwards. But yeah, and then there's the arms as well, which go from, and the thing is, like, I want to do the entire upper body, right? So the arms, according to Antonio and the way he explains it, is just we have our cylinders, but we have shoulder pads now as well. So it's something like this, like little shoulder pads. Is that how he described it? I guess I have to fucking open up that tab too to make sure I understand it properly. God damn. Open a new tab. Yeah, we need this shit in order. Okay, what the hell is going on? No, fuck off. Just let me goddamn move the tab over, bruh. Here, let me do some little hand wiggles so you fuckers can pay attention. There's no stimulation equals no attention, right? There you go. Okay, let's do arm now. Doody 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 doody. What is this? Oh yeah, no, that's not what I want. Not yet. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Arm. There you go. Okay. So yeah, it's a half. Yeah, it's a half cylinder, a half sphere, and then a short. He says that the bicep essentially like the first part of our arm is shorter than the second part, but we also have to account for people's different leverages and that it tapers. It's like a taper here, right? But the thing is, my arm is actually different. My arm, my forearm area, and my arm area actually, it's actually no, never mind. I do follow this logic. I was thinking about it differently. Never mind. I've double checked. So that basically means it'd be something like this, right? If this is our perspective, we have our little half sphere, and then we have our cylinder, like the first part of the arm, which is roughly like that. And the second part's even longer. Oh, and there's also a half sphere for this as well, the shoulder, the elbow, right? So again, something like that, right? And this tapers, so it's like, it's much longer too. So let me actually make that longer. And maybe I tapered it a bit too much, but like something like that. But the point being, now that we've established everything, I'm just gonna slowly work my way through doing the entire upper body over and over, right? Well, obviously, because while I could do it on its own, these are simple enough. What I'd like to think is these are simple enough manipulations that I should focus more on doing the entire thing. At least that's just what I think. So let's get started. Let's start with which way should this piece of shit be looking? I guess we can have him looking like this, right? So roughly around there. And then, yeah, there's like a lot of things to account for, right? Because this shit still needs to be tilted forward. The visualization practice is definitely coming in clutch right now. Okay. And this is where my shoulder pad would be. But again, I have to keep in mind the fucking, what is it? The perspective. This is so hard to say such a simple word, apparently. See, tilted a little bit. I haven't done this in a while, so maybe it won't be perfect. Yeah, we gotta keep the perspective in mind, right? Okay, like that. Again, looking at the arm structure, and then it's so this comes down here, roughly, but we also have to keep in mind that there is a shoulder pad right there, right? So probably made this arm a bit too long. Oh wait, no, this should be tilted way more like that. There you go. Cool. All right, let's keep that shoulder socket in mind as well, right? Same thing here, shoulder pad. Let's cut in half, like that. And then we have the shorter arm, or the longer arm, sorry. So okay, so like this, and then let's make it a bit longer, right? So it comes down here. I think my torso is a bit too. Oh no, wait, it's not yet. Actually, I'm doing this correctly, because he makes the gap between his torso and his pelvis a bit larger. So he says this is roughly 3 heads. So 1, 2, 3, and this 4 here, right? So the gap a bit bigger, make the underwear shape a bit smaller. And he makes the pelvis equally as wide, but we know for a man it's slightly shorter, so let's just literally move it. Women have wider pelvises. His is probably just like a template that he's using. But let's see. So okay, so if we see the bottom, okay, this is why I need to finish this shape first. There you go. And then it'll be something like, okay, so if we just had the box before, now it's curving around. There you go. And this is like this, because it is tilted. Actually, I have to remember that it's tilted, so maybe I fucked this up a little bit, but let's just indicate the tilt, right? Something like that. Yeah. Well, still working on it, right? So it's not gonna be perfect, but this is a pretty decent first step. So let me think again. So this is the shape, sort of underwear shape. It's the perspective, but it's tilted, so it's going this way. So it's actually, I probably should have seen actually more like that. And then would that be correct? I can always ask for feedback in the artwod Discord group. Oh, let me finish this off. It's a difficult perspective to work from as well. Arm's probably a bit too thin. And then it's like you don't really see this, but it would just be sticking out a little. I honestly think that looks okay. For a first attempt with these manipulated shapes, it is not bad. Let's just, as Antonio suggests, highlight the contours, right? And he said, like you want this to be going over the ulna, I believe this is called. So it's like, I think roughly that works, right? But we know the middle, something like that, right? We want to keep the contours in mind. So let's just keep that in mind. Right? Everything going in this direction. What else? Yeah, something like that. I don't fucking know. That doesn't even seem right anymore. But I'm just trying to keep the perspective in mind. Okay, let me rest my brain, and then I'm just gonna practice just this spot as well, just like connecting these two. Ah shit, my water bottle. That was pretty good. I think that's not a bad first attempt whatsoever, right? Already looks more human-like, I guess. How much time has elapsed? Dude, what the fuck? It's already been half an hour. Since when? God damn it. Nani the fuck, as they say. Okay, let's go back to the torso, right? Yeah. This is gonna be good. I can definitely spend hours and hours on this for sure. So excited. I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited actually. So let's just do the torso, right? Like this, these three. Because I need to obviously redistribute the tilt. Again, Antonio says, or not Antonio, but like the rhythm of, well, he obviously says it as well, but the rhythm is head, neck. Apparently, its neck's going slightly backwards, so I've been fucking that up because I've been trying to connect it. But then, how the fuck does this work? Is it like this instead? Would the neck be like this? That doesn't make any sense to me. Actually, technically, that looks way more correct because our necks don't lean forward like this. They obviously have a slight curve back. That's straight. They're like this. I don't know what this ended up being, but let's just put a bunch of dots in between. And that's perspective, guys. That's the horizon line right there. We've got a vanishing point somewhere over there. Incredible. But, and then, yeah, the pelvis is, or the torso is like this, right? Tilted forward. And we got a nice little cylinder connecting it and tilted back. That's what's happening. Right, and that's our pelvis. So the most important thing is to account for that tilt. So let's try again. Let's just try it from a very normal-ish perspective first. So something like, right? But we have to account for the fact that this is going to be tilted. And I'm going to keep accounting for the shoulder socket, as Antonio has, what's it called, indicated. So if this, so the head would technically be, is this the perspective? Then, trying to think, because this is the tilt. Technically, this is like, it's going like this. That means the head's actually like this. Yeah, the head's kind of here. No, wait. The head's this way. Yeah, it's this way because this is coming out. So this is our perspective. And this is the tilt that's occurring. Right? Yeah. Actually, just make it a bit easier. This is our perspective. I'm just thinking out loud. I could be wrong, right? But that's our perspective. So if that's our tilt, and then we have, essentially, it should be something like this. Right? And then no? Isn't that what's happening? This doesn't look tilted at all. So how does he make his look tilted is the question. Let me look at some of his other examples. Again, it's imperative that I guess I should always establish the main perspective, right? So again, it's if this is the head or something, right? This is the torso, very rough, and this is the pelvis, right? Like it's this sort of rhythm right here, and this one doesn't have that. This has more of, and then it just stops. Obviously, I know the head's fucking detached and shit, but that is not correct. Therefore, we must make it correct to the best of our ability. So let's try that again. This time I'm just gonna include the head. Let's just do the head, the neck, because I feel as if that rhythm's really what's gonna help me for the time being. So, fuck it, let's just draw over this. Let's establish a perspective, why don't we? Right? So now I just need to, there you go. Right, and apparently the fucking neck goes backwards now. So we just need to attach it like that. Oh, that already looks more legit. Damn. What the fuck? Okay. And then, yeah, we have our little shoulder. Should have made that in a better perspective. But then now, okay, so we have this rhythm. Like, I want it to be noticeable but subtle at the same time. It has to be just that, like this. This is, when it was a box, it was easier, right? So again, we need to establish that. Right, 1, 2, 3, roughly. And we just want 4, so this has to, okay, and what we have here is to be like this, right? There you go. Is that more correct? That might be a bit more correct. Again, this shape, if we were just to draw in any angle, right, it is essentially, again, we have the box, right? It's just kind of curving along the edges of the box. Well, I kind of fucked up the perspective there, but shouldn't have even added that box. But, and then it's just this little, that's the shape, right? I guess maybe it shouldn't be as pronounced. Let's look at how he did the pelvis again. Now let's probably draw this bigger, no? So the pelvis again is, yeah, drawing this bigger is gonna help me. It's coming from the back, and then we have a cylinder cutout for the legs. This is specifically for the legs that we have to acknowledge this cutout exists. Right? That's basically how he draws the shape. Like, this is how it graphically reads, right? It's this right here. It's the main part, you know. And then already we can start adding fucking legs and shit. But okay, let's draw the shape again. So it is, if I were to, I guess, bend it in this direction, it would be something like, actually I keep bending it in that direction. Let's try something else. Just try from the side, right? So it would be, there you go. Yeah, see? Because is that the right angle? Because this is what I was thinking of as the top. Wait, let me think about this. Actually, let me rest my brain for a little bit right here. Fuck, man. I think figures actually, of everything, in terms of just pure joy, figures the most fun. But at the same time, I really enjoy crazy scooters. Yesterday I did, like, I actually, for another 40 minutes, I worked on figuring out that next body section of the figure. And bro, that was good. So that's actually a ripoff of something my friend says. He never watches my videos, so he'll never know. But let's try to think about this again. So yeah, it's this shape. Let me just follow Antonio's example. So it's this shape is what it is, right? That's how he's describing it. And then yeah, it's so coming around. Again, we have the attachment for the leg is what that is. And then I believe, yeah, then it just sort of goes down. And again, like if this is facing this way, this one is sort of like this here. So wouldn't it be like a bit like that? Because I'm trying to think. It would be like this. Oh no, so it would actually just go down properly. That makes sense. That's what he was showing as well in his example. Really good manipulation, to be honest. But again, I like making things very exact, right? That's what I fucking love doing. So for me, it's more about just understanding. So it's at the front. It's a cutout. So again, like, see a little bit down. Actually, we shouldn't have even seen that much because this is from the back view, right? Something like that. So again, let's try. So if it's from the back, right? Good practice in rounding as well, actually. It's a sort of, it's a squished shape as well. Is that correct? That doesn't seem correct. That doesn't seem correct whatsoever. Okay, let's try to break it down again. So the shape is literally just this, and then it's cylindrical cutout, right? If we try to make it, if we try to keep the organicness of the shape while also accounting for the fact that like I'm trying to make things consistent, right? So, okay, let's get the gray pen out here and work with those confines in terms of the perspective, right? So if you have, it's like this. I don't know if this gray pen ever picks up on camera, to be honest. Let me see. Oh yeah, it does. It definitely does. Okay, cool. Wunderbar, wunderbar. Oh, why the fuck did I put the pen away? I need this shit. So, yeah, if this is confines of the box, right? So what would it look like? Let's take a nice and intentional. So we would have so it's like that, right? It's coming around. It's more so on the front. And he makes the cutout quite large actually, so I guess we should do the same. It's like this. Right. Then it's coming around again. And if this shape should be like that, right? Something like that, because this is on the other side. Or I guess, should this be... like it should be jutting out more, right? And you think about the shape in terms of a... Because it's not as if his example is extremely consistent either, but this is something I should think about. Oh, I forgot to add this, actually. Forgot to add this, because then we could have had... There you go. Right? Yeah, I forgot to add the curve. Okay, but either way, again, this shape needs to be very refined, in my opinion. Like, I want to make it nice and refined. Should it? Because in some examples, it's a complete circle. It's a much wider circle. In other examples, it's more narrow. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on either. I mean, the thing is, I get it. Antonio's looking at it in terms of intuition, but for me, I personally learn the best when things are exact and structured, right? In terms of just measurements. So let's see. Maybe I should slightly modify it for my own purposes, right? So how can I make this more technical for me? Okay, so I think this is actually a pretty good way to go about it. Yeah, so again, this is the shape. That. So even something like and do I want it to be jutting outward a little bit or no? Something like let's see. That doesn't make too much sense. The angle, like I fucked up the perspective completely. But let's see. It's like this. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, because it's okay. I think that's a bit better. That is in perspective, I believe. Fuck. Not bad, not bad. Let's think. let's try again here, right? So if we were to do this box, like again, same shit, it would be something like, oh no, that's incorrect. Let's try that again. Something like that, right? Wouldn't that? But then again, I think that this curve is a bit too much. It's all about the underwear shape. Something like that. Let's try again. What the fuck? Why is Antonio speaking? Shut up! Shut up! Why does this keep starting again? Shut up, boy. There you go. How much time has elapsed? Okay, I have still a good amount of time. Ooh, I love this. Bro, I fucking love art, man. God damn it. Oh, I love this shit so much. Yeah, again, like he keeps going back and forth between making it a sphere and not or a circle. Like he goes from having the top be this a couple times to being more like this. So I too am a bit confused. This actually, I still think this was a pretty fucking good first attempt. I'm not gonna lie. Right, it's starting to look more legit. That's for sure. Although I didn't. This was unnecessary. That wasn't even the right perspective. It should have been like that. Yeah. Why is he still talking? What is with the autoplay? Oh my god, too many artwod tabs open. The site's glitching on me. But okay, so he provided contour. Okay, so I think this shape is actually more like this. Because he keeps curving it. So clearly there's a bit of a curve. And he even produced contour lines like from the side, right? It's like this, and then he did this, or then this, and then you have something jutting out. You know? That makes a lot more sense. So yeah, like this is what's being accounted for, this little space. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna draw one more pelvis and then let's try doing another mannequin. Right? It's good. This is fucking amazing. Oh, it's so good, bro. I love this shit. I highly encourage people to just draw. I don't even know what I'm saying. I just want everyone to draw. I think everybody should experience this joy, right? Or if not drawing, whatever skill that you want to pursue, please pursue it if you have the means. Like art, especially, and I would again 100% recommend artwod because they are fucking amazing. Is that correct? No. No, that isn't. But then again, like, that's because This is more square-ish. I'm still trying to figure out, should this be how I do it for the pelvis? It feels as if this is way more organic, and it would make things a lot easier in terms of understanding, right? Yeah, and it makes more sense, to be honest. I think I'll go with this. Yeah, because the other way just doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't line up. This just looks so unnatural. But if I were to do the same angle, but it was more of a circular, or still like a wider, what the fuck am I trying to say? Sort of a thinner ellipse, but right? Wouldn't that make more sense? You know, because we still have this, still have this. Hmm. And obviously my lines will always need work, and that's okay. Right? Oh, that's a bit too much. Should be more subtle. Okay, whatever. This is obviously something I'm going to keep figuring out. I actually really like drawing this pelvis shape, but once we get it down, it will obviously be a huge benefit. You know, maybe it needs to be a bit thinner. Maybe it needs to be more. Again, the way he does it is a bit all over the place, but still, it's what it is. Okay, so it's been 56 minutes. Let's draw another fucking, what is it? Torso shite. So I'm trying to think what type of angle I should do this in. We could try from the back, actually. So this is the back of the head. Okay, so then we have, oh wait, fuck, I guess I'm starting doing the arm as well, which I didn't mean to, but here it is, right? Oh, I guess I made this a bit too narrow, so let's bring that down again. It's this, then let's bring this is short roughly, and then we have another half a sphere. This is longer and tapering, supposedly. And okay, and then you don't really see that back much. It's kind of like that, I guess. But that's an that is unnecessary. That is too much of a fucking tilt. Jesus Christ. And yeah, it's not wide enough. There you go. Okay. Whatever. Other side. Right. Well, we'll do that after. Okay, and then we have a little bit of a pelvic tilt. but this time it's going the opposite way. So we got something like this, right? There you go. Little underwear shape. I should have done it from a different angle. I'm gonna do this again because obviously we're trying to focus on the main thing being the torso right now, right? Like at this point, the arms are becoming the focal point, which is not what I want. Right, this just looks fucking retarded. Like, bro, this guy's fucking thrusting to the moon. That looks so stupid. That looks so fucking retarded. Okay, okay, it's been an hour. Let me do another one. Let's just do from the front, bro. Fuck this. Okay. That looks so fucking dumb. It looks funny, to be honest. I just hashtag cannot. It's giving retard. It's honestly giving horny more than anything. Horny retard? Hornitard. Yes, I have a tendency to mix words together and think I'm clever. Oh, I didn't even fucking do the neck. Eh. There you go. This kind of looks like he's looking this way and he's thrusting that way. Like he's looking in this direction, but he's thrusting in that direction. But why is that? Problems for later. Okay. There you go. Maybe a bit too narrow. Definitely a bit too narrow of a torso. But if we make the shoulders wide enough, it could work. I'm just gonna leave that for the time being. Let's focus on the pelvis. Right, so this a bit outward. Come in. And now we go a bit inward. And again, I guess we still have that attachment. But if it's going inward, this is the box, then I need to something like that. Okay, and then we have the shoulder, well, let's account for the socket, and then yeah, the shoulder joint, which is like so. Same thing here. I think I need to make these mannequins a bit larger. I definitely made those shoulders. Dude, I made this way too narrow. Holy shit. I'm gonna do one more after this because that is just not right. By any means. Well, this is also good practice in general. We gotta count for foreshortening. You wouldn't really see this arm. Well, you would see this a little. And then what, like... that or something? That is too stupid. I need to make this bigger. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's try again. Right, the head ends up being fine, but these fuckers look like toddlers. the proportions is definitely something. The proportions are definitely something. Grammar, everyone. That need work. Right? And the neck is... yeah, should be back. Whatever. Okay, let's see. There you go. That's more like it right there. Then if we bring it back, right? Wait, no, it goes forward. So if we bring it forward, there you go. See, that's much better. The neck apparently is going back, so we just... Right. Just needs to be much bigger. Cool. And then now, although it's a bit off center, now the torso, or the pelvis, right? Is that correct? Definitely going to have to work. Feels like that was my best attempt. Tapering down. Then bring this up like that. Yeah, pelvis is off center. This is off center. Should be, that's the thing. That's what makes it look off. Let's make that note. It's been an hour and 7 minutes now. That's pretty on par. Right, off. Center. It's good. I'm going to be doing portrait later today. Very exciting times for Vagu. That's my other nickname that I've dubbed, that one of my friends gave me. Okay, it's going down. Plate. That's going down again. Well, you wouldn't really see it till like right here. Yeah, you really wouldn't see it at all. So like right there. Yeah, see? Okay, I mean, pretty good session. Oh, and that's another thing. I think that's also what I need to keep forgetting. This. I need to add that in because again, like that's really what's gonna help with understanding what's going on, right? Back here. See, like now I'll be able to see that it's a bit off center. Because... Okay. Practice these shapes more, for sure. This is a good first attempt, though. I'm honestly... I really worked my brain trying to visualize this stuff. So... It's getting better, for sure. I mean, it's been fucking 3 months since I've done figure, right? I did it when I first started this channel. I mean, like, my practice when I first started this channel is when it coincided. Back in December. December? December! What the fuck am I? Bro, I can't speak. Whatever. As always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing and please, give me the mono.